Hi everyone, this is Cindy, and I was cleaning up and I found this journal I made a while ago, probably a year ago, and forgot to list it in my Etsy shop. And I'm not really sure why. I guess I just set it aside to get it in a minute, and then it got covered up or whatever. So anyway, I thought I'd get it listed. It is a garden journal, and these are my notes about it, but here are the digitals that I know I use. There might be a few other odds and ends in there, but for sure, the main one is digital, I don't know how to say it, Digitalis Graphica Cottage Garden, and she's still on Etsy. I'll try to link it below, but I'm not real good about that, so no promises. And Artology, Torn Paper, Shabby Chic, I'll point those out to you. She used to be on Etsy. I don't think she is anymore. I went to her Ko-fi site. She has digitals, but not this one and not any of the ones that I've used before. So either they're there and I didn't find them, or she's only put a few on there. And she had a Facebook group. I couldn't find that. So I'm really worried about Arzola. She hadn't done any videos in like 9 months. So if anybody knows anything, it would be great to find out what's going on. So, or at least, is she out of the business or what? So anyway, she has a lot of great kits, especially this one. And then Carolyn's Craft Tree, Seed Packet Herbs. We'll see one of those, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, okay. So this journal is a little bit smaller. It measures 8 by 5.5. It's got a 2-inch fabric covered spine. The reason it's a little smaller is because it was made out of like a cracker box, and I added the metal corners to reinforce it. It's got 3 signatures, and there's 2 butterflies and a flower on the signature strings. One's metal butterfly, one's a wooden one. And then it's closed with a post and hair tie closure, and it's got plenty of room for expansion. And I didn't go totally overboard decorating this, even though you can see right here beside me, I have another pocket I want to put in because I made a bunch of these. I don't know if I showed it on the video or not, but I bought a set of 8 napkins that had lace around it, so I had 4 corners. So I had 32 of these, so that I'm putting one in this journal because it just works in this journal. So let's make it real quick, and then we'll get it ready. I'm trying to get something to glue on. I found this lace just in my piles of things, so I thought I would add that across here. And it might be a little too big. I might have to trim it off, but we'll see what we can do. So I actually have my Fabri-Tac ready to go, so I'm gonna have to wait on it. Okay, let that dry just a smidge, and then I'll trim it off. And then I had this. I was fussy cutting these last night. It's from My Porch Prints. It is a loaded pocket digital they have. I should have looked it up, but while I was looking up these other ones, but I didn't. This is supposed to be printed on cardstock, and I printed it on like copy paper, so I just thought I'll just use them as focal points, and then I'll reprint it for the project. So anyway, so it's just some pink roses. Okay, fabric scissors here. Do I cut that? I might just leave that the way it is for now, and I'll just cut this straight, and we'll see how it works. Little piece left over. Okay, and I'll show you the page when we get to it where I think I'll put it. So, and I think I can use, I better use Fabri-Tac again, so let's just keep it going. Okay, let me make sure I'm in frame. So this, I told you the size, and it has 140 pages, 3 signatures, a variety of papers, mainly digitals, book pages, a variety of those, envelopes, and the Ideas Magazine page, and we'll just talk about when we get to them. I did put the Cottage Garden digitals on the front and back. I guess I didn't show you the back, and I have some washi tape here and here, so it might have been just a little short. I think this was a little bit smaller digital, probably why I chose it for this particular cracker box, but put a little washi there, no one even noticed it. I didn't even notice it till just now. So anyway, so we got the digital on the front and back, and then on the inside. So you'll see it here, and you'll see it here. And okay, so this is the digital. Okay, here is the Artology one. I said I would show you when I got to it. Torn Paper, Shabby Chic. I don't know if it's still available. And I remember working on this journal. I know it was at this house. It's been a couple, it wasn't too many years ago I made this, because I did these masking papers, and basically it was a white paper, and I didn't want to stencil because I was tired of stenciling. So I thought, what about if I just do some design inking around the edges, and how to keep the writing space in the center. It kind of tones down that white page. So I had them around me, but I don't know where I've done with my mask. I kept them all that I made. Who knows? I've cleaned up and moved around so many times. Basically, you figure out the size of the page, and then you just fold it in half, cut a scallop around it, and you can see I folded it in half because this is symmetrical, pretty much. And then I might have cut it in fours. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then you, so basically this part is cut away and this part's left. So you put that paper down and then you ink around it. So it's kind of like reverse stenciling. I don't know what else to call it. Okay, this is the page where I thought I would put this pocket. So it's going to need to be cut off just a little bit here. So I'm just going to trim it off just a little bit there. And I'm going to let it stick out at the top, I think. It can stick out over the edge. And if whoever gets this journal doesn't like it, they can stick it off. I mean, they can stick it off. They can cut it off. There we go. So I think most of the pocket's going to be on the page. It's just going to be that lace that's sticking off. See, this is another page I did masking on the back. It's lighter. You can't see it as well. Okay, and then I have two tags I've got for this. Oh, see, that's just really pretty on that torn page. The torn shabby chic. I have a garden tag I made, and it's got the acetate flowers. I think I got at Hobby Lobby. So just collage background. And then I had this wallpaper tag, which we'll see this wallpaper later in the book. So I thought that would work for in here. So, okay, that is on that page. This is a book page, just different floral things. This is an envelope that had a big, long envelope, 9. What do they used to call those? I don't know, number 9 or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, I cut the flap in two and then rounded it so it would work on this page. And then here is the seed packet from Carolyn's Craft Tree Herb seed packet, and you just print them out and then cut them out and then glue them together. And put that in there. And then these tickets, which I just made. Oh no, this is part of the digital kit. Yes, I didn't make that because it's got the bug on it. So I put those in there. Here's another page that I did the masking on. You'll see a lot of those out here. Here's the digital kit, and it's kind of like, I think, is it Carrie the Crafter or Joey card maker that does the pages that match? I can't remember. But anyway, so does Digital Graphica. Okay, here's one of those botanical papers that you cover up the writing and gives you writing space. I tried to make some of these the other day, sort of, out of book pages, and I guess I had fairly good success. This might have been a little wider page to put that pocket on, but too late now. Same Artsology page. This is from like an address book. And here is the center of the signature. And then we'll see the same pages again. And on this one, we have that wallpaper that matches that tag I just did. So it's a wallpaper pocket. Inside of it, I have a journaling card from the kit. And then I have another journaling card from the kit, The Gate. And I haven't seen this in a year or so. This is probably from the kit as well. It feels like it. It's on photo paper. All right, the other side of that botanical paper, we're putting the writing space. And you see how that matches up. My book keeps sliding here. Here's the other side of the envelope where I trimmed that pocket. And I just did a little collage. This is, I think I have, remember those old dies, quick cuts? Had that handle thing you had to push down. It was so hard. Those are from it, but they work on my Big Shot. And I've done a video on that a long time ago. Maybe I'll do it again. Who knows? And I did some stamping on this envelope. And then inside here we have a index card that's folded in half to make a booklet. And it's got some shiny fabric on it. And this is from the kit. And I didn't glue it together, so whoever gets it can do what they want to with it. It's an envelope. Okay, book page again. And the Artsology page. And then the digital. So I didn't print the digital front and back or put a backing on it, so they all had the masking around it. This is a page from the Ideals magazine, and that's another book page. Artsology again. Book page. Keep saying book page. All right. Just a masterboard tag with an image, probably from the kit, and then this is something else. I don't know where I got that from. It kind of reminds me of G. Kerr, but I'm not sure. And this is a library pocket I made out of some page from a book, that it's like there's there's writing in the back. You get right to a new chapter, and there's blank on this side. So it's made from a book page like that. It's got a napkin on it and some stamping, a real stamp with some tulle. And in it, I have another set of tickets from the journal. From the kit. And you can definitely write on the back of those. Those are fun. And this is from the kit as well. It's got a little bit of tulle in the top. And then this, I should have looked this digital up. I didn't know it was in here. This was the digital from somebody that you print out this, you can kind of see it, and you can put lace or fabric samples in there. So, okay, let's go. Kit again. This is some stationery papers and some yellow ledger. This is from a book. And inside the center of the signature. So we see everything again on the papers. I didn't do a lot of over-the-top decorating. There's a lot of writing space here. Another collage tag with the flower at the top there. It's just a tall one to go behind this little pocket. And this pocket's made out of copy paper, some washi tape, and this is a piece of tulle with embroidery on it. I know that's probably hard to see, but maybe you can see the flower that's embroidered on there. And then we have another tall tag. I'm sure that's from the kit, and then just another masterboard that it's glued onto. Okay. Stationery again, and kit pages. This is a book page that I've just put a napkin on it, and then a pocket that has this dragonfly, and this is made out of some upholstery type fabric. I think it was either a scarf or a pillow or something, and I thought, oh, I could cut those out and make things out of it. So yeah, that's what I did. And here is a tag from the kit with some of that embroidery tulle on here, and that's got to be from the kit too. Butterflies. Nope, they're bees. All right, this is wallpaper onto a couple layers of book page, some of it with writing space, and this was a digital from way back when. I don't even know what it was. Long time ago. So anyway, finally used it. This is a notepad, and here's a little flower on the thing. So I just glued it on here so it covers up the book page writing, so you have writing space. This is from a book. This is the Ideals magazine again, and I covered up with another notepad paper where there was just writing that we don't care about. Third signature. We have a magazine cover, and on the side I've got a wallpaper pocket made out of, it's just a wallpaper border made into a pocket. We have this, is probably from the kit. It could have been pretty there, but I'll let whoever gets the journal do that. And this is another notepad. It says notes on it. It's just got morning glories on it. Speaking of morning glories, I'm trying to grow morning glories here. Last year I had the most beautiful ones. They were just gorgeous. If you've watched any of my videos, you may hear me talk about them because they were just great. So I bought trellises this year to go on. We've had so much rain. I've had very little success. So I do have some growing on each one of the trellises, but it's one lonely little plant on each one. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, book page pocket. I rounded the top, put a brad there, covered it up here so you don't have the pokey things. Label, digital, and this was a sticker. Inside of it, we've got a journaling card from the kit, and of course more can go in there. And I stitched around this pocket too. This is one of my favorite pockets. I love this pocket. And then behind it, I have a note card. I think I got this at Dollar Tree a long time ago. And whatever the sentiment was, thank you, or you're invited, or whatever, I put this lace and button cluster on top of it. And behind here, covering something up, book page writing, I guess, I have a piece of, I think it's Tim Holtz fabric washi tape. Okay, get this wound back up. Oh yeah, and I don't think I mentioned I have a brad butterfly there that helped wind this up. There we go. Okay, yeah, there's the book page on the other side. And we have more digital pages. Oh, those are pretty. Sweet peas. Here's the wallpaper we've seen a couple of times before. Now you can write on it. Got the bees there. Okay, this pocket is a Cara Brandon pocket. And it's a kit. I'm not sure. I always leave in there because there's plenty of these. Because the pocket and the things that go in it is on one page. So that gives you this to go in the pocket, just for whoever gets the journal, to know that that's Kara Brandon's. And the kid's got like 6 or 7 of these pockets. So this is, you cut it out, there's 2 different things. I put lace there so you can kind of delineate where the pocket's at. And so and then we got these different little things that came with the kit that you can poke in here. I don't know if I glued it on. I glued the whole thing down. I didn't make it a pocket behind. I figured there's so many things stuffed in there, we didn't need extra, I guess. All of this was part of the kit that went with this particular pocket. And I mean, I love them. I need to reprint them. It's a good thing to cut out at night, and I just have a little baggie. I keep all the pieces, something like this. You keep all the pieces that go with each pocket in there. Okay, and on this side, we have a index divider, and I just found a whole bunch more when I was cleaning out the other day, so I'm excited. So this has washi tape on it, a big wide washi tape, and then, you could do napkins too, it'd be fun. This was part of a typewriter book, lesson book, and there was like a page that had 4 of these on there, so I cut them out. And I think there was probably the same sort of instruction thing on the back. So I hated to cover that up, but you needed writing space. So I put writing space on the back. What I liked about it was that the green ink here. So that's great for these flowers. And I want to say that is Carolyn's Craft Tree. That's who I said earlier. I think that's one of her digitals. I'm not sure. But I think if she's the one that's not on Etsy anymore, then I think that's hers, because I went to see what other colors. I have her pink ones, and on Ko-fi or whatever, she didn't have them. I couldn't find them. All right, another tickets from the kit, and just a little envelope from the kit. Once again, not glued down in case someone wants to write in there and then glue it up. Okay, Artology page again. This is just a book page that I covered with napkin. This is from an old encyclopedia. And on this side, we got a pocket with flowers on it. And this is a journaling card that's covered with, from an old math book, paper from an old math book. And it even has pencil where they answered the the problems. This is some homemade washi tape I made with carpet tape or something sticky, double-sided sticky tape. Maybe it was just double-sided sticky tape, and fabric scraps. So that's in here. Let's see what's in here. And then another envelope, maybe from the kit, from some kit. I'm sure it's probably from this one. This is one I did 2, a double one. So I did 2 small ones. So I have 2 different writing spaces. So I have to try to link that video if I can find it. Okay, this is the other side of that encyclopedia page that I covered with napkin. And on this side, we have a pocket made out of scrapbook paper. You can see that. It's got the dots. And then this image from some book on page 88. And then we have a tag made out of manila folder. We have some little scraps behind it, some lace and some scrapbook paper, a stamp of a flamingo, which I have, and then some lace. I like flamingos. That's all I can say. All right, we have a belly band that came in the kit, and I put it on some other paper to back it. So is it a double one? I don't think so. Oh, no, that's not right. That's the book page on the back there. Oh, boy. Glasses aren't going so good just because I'm hot and they're sliding forward. Okay, so it was a book page with this belly band on there, and this might have meant to be a large tag, but I made it into a belly band. This is some scrapbook paper with a little envelope that more or less probably came in the kit. This little rosebud is another one of those dies. I had the quick cut dies that I use on my Big Shot. And we have some more tickets in here. Okay. Get in there. Okay. Now let's see what else we have. It's wallpaper, page. That. And on this side of this book page, I glued napkin to cover the words. And then I had an index card, and this one was a weird shape, so I don't know if I cut it. I probably cut it. Yeah, probably was longer than I cut it to make a pocket. So we had scrapbook paper on it, lace, music, some banner pieces of digital, and then a label. And then also I put an eyelet and a little bead on the eyelet. And in here we have manila folder again, and it's scraps of paper, and that's the same digital from, I think, Carolyn's Craft Tree. And this is from the kit, another little envelope. Just put it in there. Okay. This journal's got quite a bit going on, and it could have had a whole bunch more, but I restrained myself. So anyway, this will be for sale in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, the link will be below, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me this long. So see you later.